I'm the host, Leo. Tonight's guest dropped by to share their experience in playing the slave and the housekeeper in the movie. This had the work cut out for them. The unfolds in Django Unchained. It shows on June 13th. Now, please welcome Jackson Rakes and Teresa Tsai.
Hello there.
Look at you guys looking good. I think this is the very first gathering on the show. I guess there are lots of fans right down there who want to know, is there anything interesting that happened when shooting the movie? But first of all, I would like to ask the question related to tonight's topic, which is the features of African American English. I hope the audience will be more familiar with this language by watching this show. So, Jackson, you played a black slave in the movie, right?
That's correct.
Tell me, is there anything that bothered you when you playing the slave living in the 1860s? It must be a huge challenge of blending into this character whenever reading the lines or shooting this film. Am I right?
Yes, most definitely. It was a bit difficult to remember some Southern Black English lines. For example, we usually would say, "How do you know?" or "What she does," right? But in the movie, I have to switch it to "How you know" and "What she do." So it was a bit different from what I would say in real life.
Oh, I see. How about you, Teresa?
I think the most difficult thing for me is that I need to change the way I pronounce. For example, I usually say I ask you something, but the African American will ignore the compound consonants at the end of a word, and so they will say X, and which means they put the S sound to the bottom. This is the most different and difficult thing for me.
Wow, sounds like there are lots of difference and features compared with Mother English. Well, I guess the audience has a preliminary comprehension of Black English. To have further details of language features, let's hear from Mr. Gilbert and Mrs. Maggie, who both are linguists specializing in Black English. Professor Gilbert and Maggie are going to bring us back to the 1860s and show exactly how the language is used. Let's get started. Yeah.
Hello, I'm today's guest in the show, Gilbert. You can also call me Dr. Wu. In today's topic, we are talking about the characteristics of Black English, which also called AAVE, African American Vernacular English, according to Professor Yaling told in her PowerPoint. If you can still recall what Professor Yaling said after listening the following introduction, you will deepen your memory. If you forgot, well, that's okay. Just listen this PowerPoint carefully. But we only list grammars showed up in the movie due to the limit time. I know it will make you drowsy, but please hang there. Alright, let's go back to the content. The first one is native sentences are constructed differently. Next, as far as we know, a general native is like am not, isn't, aren't, or even don't, doesn't, didn't. However, they use and to replace all general native words, which also means you won't make grammatical mistake anymore, which is good. Next, and then there's a grammar for double native. You probably heard or watched these sentences before. I didn't go nowhere, or I didn't know nothing. These sentences showed only one native meaning, as well as I didn't go anywhere and I didn't know anything. Next. Also, in AAVE, indefinite pronouns like nobody or nothing can be inverted as well, like this. And the second one, the linking verb often omitted. AAVE users usually skip linking verb, which results in their sentences without is, am, or are. For example, she, my sister. You all know that there's a is missing next. That's also a main feature of Black English. And this part is comparatively easy to understand. So let's skip to next part. The third part is about pronunciation with the sentences that end with ing and come with two syllables. They will just read ing as n instead of like singing, singing, tripping, tripping. In short, they skip the nasal sound.
You can see other examples in PowerPoint.
Final, the last part. So does the last part talk about pronunciation as well? African Americans often simplify, or you can say omit the compound consonants at the end of words to read them a little bit easier, like they read ask as ask, grasp as grasp, since they don't want their tones twisted. It's fun, right? Okay, I believe these 4 parts of grammar didn't cause any burden on you, did it? Because we are having Maggie to show you the rest examples in the movie. Okay, let's welcome Maggie.
So, hello everyone, I'm Maggie. Thankful our honorable linguistic Gilbert Wu for analyzing Black English and making a detailed explanation for us. Since our topic today is introduction of Black English with a movie, I'll share the lines related to Black English with images with you all. Alright, the first line, old man Carrican, and gonna appreciate this. As mentioned before, this is the and that is often used in Black English. It replaces is not, are not, am not, or other ways that represent negative sentences. Next line. She ain't no field nigger, but ain't good enough for the house anymore. We can see a double negative expression from these sentences. It actually means she is not a field nigger and nothing lower than a black slaver. The original sentence is nothing and lower than a black slaver. But the word nothing is inverted. It usually happens in Black English. Yeah, how you know? Obviously, the auxiliary verb do is omitted. I know how he feel. You can tell the word feel in this sentence should come with the letter S to become feels. But in Black English, the rule of verb conjugation is sometimes omitted. And finally, the last line. He just tired of you toying with him is all. There are 2 features of Black English in this sentence. The first is the linking verb is omitted. And second, in this sentence, is all means that's all. So the original sentence is he is just tired of you toying with him, that's all. Then you get it? So here's our introduction of Black English. I hope you all can grab the idea we told you and tell the difference from Black English. And here we come to the Q&A session. What question do you all have? If you all have no question, then thank this TV show for having Gilbert Wu and me to share Black English with you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.